Hey everyone, thank you so much for joining me today for this explainer. Before we even get started, let's just take a quick second to reflect on the cars we drive every day. I mean, let's be real. In today's world, it honestly just doesn't make sense to keep buying combustion engine cars. Electric vehicles have completely proven themselves to be the undeniable path to a better future. They are way more modern, wildly efficient, safer, and they require so much less maintenance. Honestly, buying a gas guzzler right now, it's basically anachronistic. We are standing right at the threshold of this amazing technological era. We need to embrace it. And today, we're going to look at exactly how automakers are finally making that future accessible to everyone. And this number right here is exactly how they are doing it. 25,000 euros. For years, the single biggest hurdle to widespread EV adoption hasn't been that people don't want them, it's been the price tag. Building an EV has traditionally been incredibly expensive because of battery costs and really complex architectures. But the automotive industry has been working absolutely tirelessly to break that barrier down. They are aiming for an entry-level price point that directly competes with, and in some cases even undercuts, traditional fossil fuel vehicles. Which brings us to our real-world anchor for today. Meet the 2026 Volkswagen ID Polo. This is a camouflaged prototype actually out there undergoing rigorous road testing. Now, thinking about this car begs a massive engineering question. How in the world do you achieve true affordability, keep the range that people demand, and still manage to fit 5 people and their luggage into a really compact frame? Sounds kind of impossible, right? Okay, let's dive into this. To really understand this EV breakthrough, we've got to look under the hood. Our roadmap today takes us through 5 quick areas. First, the next-gen ID, Polo itself. Second, rethinking the EV platform. Third, the cell-to-pack revolution. Fourth, tailoring battery chemistries. And finally, the real-world payoff in space, safety, and savings. All right, kicking things off with Section 1, the next-gen ID Polo, and bringing electric mobility to the masses. The core specs on this thing are honestly no joke. It's launching in 2026 at that magical entry-level price of 25,000 euros. It offers 4 distinct power outputs, scaling all the way up to a highly sporty 226 horsepower, which is a ton of punch for a compact car, and it boasts up to 450 kilometers of range. Also, notice the name. They didn't call it some generic ID.2 or something. By giving it the legendary Polo badge, Volkswagen is sending a clear signal. This is the rightful, modern continuation of one of their most trusted lineages, brought firmly into the electric age. Moving right along to Section 2, rethinking the EV platform with the MEB Plus architecture. So Volkswagen is making a massive strategic pivot here. The classic MEB platform, the one that underpinned cars like the ID.3, used a rear-wheel drive setup. But this new MEB Plus platform has evolved into a highly efficient front-wheel drive setup. And guys, this isn't just a minor tweak. It's a fundamental structural shift that literally changes the entire cost and space equation of the vehicle. Now, you might be wondering, why front-wheel drive? Well, simple is better. By compacting the latest generation electric motor and all the necessary power electronics right at the front of the car, engineers drastically rationalize the space. More importantly, it completely eliminates the need to run heavy, super expensive high-voltage cabling all the way from the front to the rear. Less cabling equals lower costs, it equals less weight, and crucially, it means maximum cabin space for you and your passengers. Which brings us to Section 3, the cell-to-pack revolution, or rethinking the battery. That platform shift we just talked about, that is really only half the story. The true heart of this cost-saving breakthrough is the battery technology they developed with companies like SK On. Let's define it clearly. Cell-to-pack, or CTP technology, integrates individual battery cells directly into the final pack structure, completely eliminating the traditional intermediate module stage. We are quite literally removing a whole structural layer from the battery's anatomy. Think of traditional battery manufacturing kind of like a set of Russian nesting dolls. You've got the individual cells, which are put into a little module box, and then several of those module boxes are placed into the final big outer battery pack box. The CTP method, it simply throws away that middle doll. By putting the cells directly into the pack, engineers eliminate all the dead space taken up by those module housings. This brilliantly simple shift proclaims a massive 20 to 30% more physical space within the exact same battery footprint. And notice the compounding effect of this change. Removing those modules results in a substantially lighter battery overall, and fewer parts naturally mean reduced assembly and labor costs. But wait, it gets even better. SK On advanced their CTP design by inserting large surface aluminum cooling plates directly between the cells. This replaces all that bulky old insulation, providing rapid heat absorption and incredibly efficient cooling. This directly enhances both the safety and the longevity of the battery. All right, section 4. 2 batteries, 2 missions. Tailoring chemistry to the driver. Because this CTP technology frees up so much space, automakers can now offer completely different battery chemistries within the exact same physical footprint. It's a real game changer. You've got the LFP battery. Think of this as your ultimate city commuter. It's highly cost-effective, gives you about 329 kilometers of range, and is absolutely perfect for daily life. Then you have the NMC battery. This is your long hauler. Thanks to higher energy density, it packs way more punch into the same space, unlocking up to 450 kilometers of range and giving you much faster charging speeds. You basically just choose the exact chemistry that fits your specific lifestyle. Finally, section 5, space, safety, and savings. The real-world payoff. So, we've talked a lot about platform architecture and cell-to-pack chemistry, but what does all of this actually do for you? Well, by utilizing the MEB Plus platform and stripping out those bulky battery modules, the electric ID Polo boasts 435 liters of luggage space. That is a massive 24% gain over the classic gas-powered Polo. We are talking about a car that is just over 4 meters long, yet it offers the cargo volume you'd expect from a vehicle a full-size class larger. It's wild. And those space benefits extend right into the cabin. Passengers get a highly noticeable 19 millimeters of extra rear legroom. Plus, that advanced battery design we talked about easily meets incredibly strict thermal propagation standards, meaning it's specifically designed to prevent heat or fire from spreading between cells, ensuring top-tier safety for you and your family. Throw in democratized tech, like an enhanced travel assist system that literally reads traffic lights, and you have premium space, world-class safety, and high-end software, all without compromising that sweet entry-level price tag. We started this explainer by acknowledging a pretty basic truth. The era of the combustion engine is drawing to a close. It's practically an antique at this point. And the incredible engineering behind cars like the ID, Polo, proves exactly why. Through really clever platform redesigns and revolutionary cell-to-pack battery technology, the old excuses to avoid EVs, they just vanish. So I want to leave you with a provocative thought. If range anxiety is basically solved, if the cargo space is actually superior to your old gas car, and if the price point finally matches your budget, what is actually holding back your switch to an electric vehicle? It's time to embrace the future, guys. Thanks for exploring this with me today, and I'll catch you on the next one.